Welcome back to Reaper for Podcasting. I'm Daniel Abendroth, and today I'm going to demonstrate project templates. Now, project templates are an easy way to, it's a template, what more can you say? If you work on multiple shows or on your own show, you're going to have the same thing week after week. You're going to have the same intro and outro. You're going to have the same metadata. And this is a really great way to save you a ton of time by not having to reproduce your work week after week. So I'm going to demonstrate a project template for one of my clients. She does the show Your Killer Life. So let's just get started. So here is a blank project. The first thing I'm going to do is go back to a previous episode and grab all of her audio that I use week after week. So this is going to be her intro, outro, and then the music bed for her ad read. And I'm just going to paste that into the blank project. So the next thing I'm going to do is create a track for her. I know week after week I'm going to be using a vocal writer, so I'm going to throw that in there. I'm going to have a compressor and then a limiter. And now if you are very consistent in how you record, you could probably go ahead and set these up. So get your settings right, get everything fine-tuned. And then whenever you bring in your audio, you can just tweak it a little bit to get it for that variance. So you can have all your settings set up. The next thing I want to do is the metadata. So if you go into your render menu, so under File, Render, we're going to set up the metadata or ID3 tags. So click on this, change the schemes to ID3. So now the title is going to vary week to week. So I'm going to leave that blank. The album artist is going to be Tammy. Copy that into artist. Genre is going to be health. The date, I'm going to do $year. So that way it'll put in the 4-digit year. Album is going to be the show name, which is Your Killer Life. Track number is going to be left blank because that's going to change week to week. And then the last thing is this image file. So I'm going to put in her album artwork and then click OK. Now this is very important. You need to make sure to click metadata to embed it. Otherwise, it's not going to do any good. So while we're here, we need to change the file name. So this is going to be $project. And then whatever you name your project that week, that will be the file name for everything else. And then stereo is good. I'm going to export it as an MP3. And I think for me, everything else is good. So I'm just going to click apply and then cancel. You go on to, and then whatever else you want to do. So if you have more that you do week to week that you want to be automatically put into each project, do it here. And then once you get all that set up, go under File, Project Templates, Save Project as Template, give it a name, and then save. So now we can close this. And if we start a new project, so you go under File, Project Templates, you'll see what the one we created right there. Click on that. And now everything's set up. We have all of our audio. We have our plugins ready to go. And everything is good to go. And we can take this a step further. If you just work on one show, if you just work on your own show, you can set it up so that Reaper just automatically pulls in this project template. So if you do Control or Command P or go under Options, Preferences, under your project settings, click Browse, and then choose a template from here. And I would just recommend Prompt to Save on New Project, and then click OK. So I'm going to hit Control-Alt-N to create a new project tab. It's going to prompt us to save like we set up. So let's just throw in test, create subdirectory, and click save. You see it's automatically used this as the default template for everything. So every time we create a new project, it'll be this one template. So I hope you found that useful. I know for me, it was revolutionary when I discovered project templates, especially when I found out that you could embed ID3 tags in Reaper. That saved a ton of time by just eliminating a third step or another step into adding the ID3 tags. And now I'm saving so much time just by not having to bring everything in or causing issues by opening a previous project and just copying things over. This is so much simpler and it saved me a ton of time. And I hope it saves you time as well. If you do have any questions about anything I talked about today, feel free to leave a comment down below and I will get back to you on that. Or, and I highly encourage you to do this, join the Facebook group. There is a ton of other Reaper users, and if you have any questions, I'm sure somebody in there will help you figure out the answer. Well, that's all for me today, so I will see you next time. Take care.